I can prove that Sanskrit has been hijacked and changed. Look at the Om symbol, what you call Om, what you call the Om symbol, okay? Look at it. How is Om the correct translation of the symbol? We know this symbol as Om, but why? This here in Sanskrit is the A. O-M. And this is changed. It's the changed O when it's with the A, and the M when it's with the A. So would this be A-O-M? Om, Aum, Aum, Aum? I really think something's changed with Sanskrit. Like, things have been changed. There's been nefarious hands in everything. So I think that's been changed. So we're all saying Om, which doesn't even feel correct. Om, Om. It feels incomplete. So let's try it with the A as the symbol represents. Wow. So ending it off with the tongue on the roof of the mouth always. It's so much more completing and feeling. It's so much more of taking the outside in. Taking in that vibration of the all into self fully, into self, all the way down. You can feel the vibration. That sound is meant to go in and down through all. You can feel it vibrate in your root chakra. You can feel it vibrate in your core. Oh, it feels so good. It feels so good. I love it. Om is the beginning of the Lord's Prayer, the Gayatri mantra. Om is absolute reality. It's absolute silence. If you look right here in Sanskrit, that's Om written out without being reduced down. Once you write it out, you reduce some things down so it becomes that. Om. Om, Aum is also known as the cosmic sound. The way I see Om, Aum, I see it as the absolute. I see it as God, Goddess. I see it as the first sound of the universe, the creation, our creator, creatress. It's so beautiful. That's why all the mantras start with it. So, but you know, who knows what's been changed. I had a Sanskrit teacher. I went down to Mauritius and was studying Sanskrit from him. He was a grammar scholar. And I got to this point with him, and it just didn't add up. And he stopped teaching me after my conversation with him about it. The Om just didn't add up, because he said that Sanskrit means that perfect. It means that it's perfect. It's like a perfect language, and that there's no silent letters. There's no, like, everything is just laid out that it could be understood. It was supposedly given to the rishis by God, a language just for them, for the people to learn the Lord's Prayer and to learn all the mantras, to learn the Vedas, and to learn the message from God. God gave the message to the people in a language that everyone would be able to learn. But nowadays, it's really not easy to learn, because one word can mean 1,000 things and no one really agrees on what it means. And so with the Sanskrit scholar telling me that the word Om is Om and that the A is silent, but Sanskrit is perfect and there is no silent letter, something has been changed and he doesn't want to admit it. And I know that there's been parasites have had their hand in everything. All names have been changed, all books have been changed, all places have been changed, the names of places. So we have no idea. We're just mushrooms kept in the dark and fed bullshit. So try them out. Try out both ways. See what you think. Thanks, Labs. So I was going to do mantras and say mantras and learn the mantras, and I wanted to say them, and I wanted to make sure I said them right. So then I went and learned Sanskrit. I went to a Sanskrit teacher across the world to learn Sanskrit so I could say the mantras right, and I know how to say the Gayatri mantra correct. But in my further research, Sanskrit is the Brahmacharya class language. It was for the priests. It was the priest class language. That the Vedas in nowhere say anything about the word Sanskrit. And the original Buddhism texts of the Nikayas weren't written in Sanskrit. They were written in Pali. Pali is the language that has been hidden and destroyed and taken away from us. Prakrit, Pali, ancient Pali, Polycrit, or something like that. You have to do your own research. And it meant, that translation of that word means common tongue. It was for the common tongue. So the teachings of Buddha were put in the Pali for the common tongue so that everyone could understand. He took and learned from the priest class and took all this secret information and simplified it for the people in the language that was most used at that time, which is Pali, which isn't even spoken to this day. So most Buddhists don't even understand Buddhism. Most Buddhism is not even original, isn't even teaching what the original said. So do your research, dive in, listen, learn, figure it out for yourself. Thanks, loves. I love you. I appreciate you. I hope you have a good day. Make fun of me if you want. It's cool. Tell me. Let's have a conversation on it. We don't need to argue. Let's have a conversation. I'd love that. I love you. Have a beautiful day.